Hey guys, Mr. H. Hey, I'm going to do two questions here from the August 2022 Regents exam. I'm going to do question number 13, and I'm going to do a constructive response question number 26. And these are basically the same kinds of questions. They're dealing with linear versus exponential functions. How do you know if something is linear, or how do you know if something is exponential? So let's look at number 13. This is what we've been working on the last couple of weeks. So this one should be pretty simple. It says, which of these situations can be modeled by a linear function? So basically anything that every interval or every period is being added or subtracted to is linear. If it's being multiplied, it's exponential. So it's not number one because it says 7%. So that means multiplication. It is the second one because it says the gym charges $50 initially, but then every month it goes up by $30. The number of bacteria doubles, so doubles is multiplication. That means times two, is not that one. And then this one says that the amount of money is increasing by 0.1% a month. So that is also multiplication. So the answer for this one will be number two, because it's addition. We're adding 30 every month. Now, okay, let's go to number 26. Now, 26 is basically the same kind of question. It's saying, should you use linear or exponential? And here's the key, you got to explain your choice. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to use the calculator on this one. So let's go there. And from here, we're going to go to the spreadsheet. We're going to make this the X column. I'm actually going to put time. Time is the X column and value is the Y column. So in here, I'm going to go 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'm going to put the values. So we start at $20,000. Then we go down to 10,550. Then we drop down to 5,570. Then we drop down even further to 2,940. And then this goes to 1,550. So I can kind of look at these numbers and I can see that they're not going down by the same amount. So I'm almost sure that this is going to be exponential, but we still need to kind of go ahead and do it. So if we go now back to the home screen and we go to the plots, we're going to make this time the X value, this is the Y value. And as you can see, it is definitely not linear. You can say that, like in your explanation, you can say you created a scatter plot and it definitely wasn't linear. It was more nonlinear. It was exponential. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually find the equation. We're going to basically double check. We're going to go menu 4, 6, 8. And this is our equation. So I would say this is definitely exponential. You can see that this is going through all the points nicely. If we went around this would be about 20,000 because that's what we started with. And you can see that inside the parentheses, it would be 0.88. You would round it to 2 decimal places. So the 7 would get rounded up to an 8. So basically, every year, it's decreasing by 12%. Now, I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to write it on here. I'm going to write it on the screen. So if we round this, we can say that this is $20,000. Because the 9 gets rounded up and this 7 makes this 20,000. And then over here, let's make this a big times. This 7 gets rounded up to an 8 because of the 9. So this is basically 0.88 cents. And then this would be to the X power. This is how we know it's exponential. And remember how I taught you how to find out how much is increasing or decreasing by, you just subtract $1 from it. So this is going to be a negative 12 cents. So it's decreasing by 12%. Now, you don't have to write all of that when you are explaining it. Here's what we're going to say: exponential. Make sure that's clear. And we'll say I created a scatter plot. A scatter plot. Whoops. I created a scatter plot on my calculator. And could see, and could tell that it was decreasing exponentially. Exponentially. And if you want to, I don't really recommend this unless you really got your game on. You can say, oh, and the equation would be v sub x or v sub t equals 20,000, 0.88 to this t power. Now, don't do this unless you really got it like that. You don't need to put this, and probably I shouldn't have done that. If you just say this, I created a scatter plot and I could see that it was exponential. It wasn't a straight line. It wasn't straight, anything like that. Not straight. So that's why I know it was exponential. Boom, we're done. Now, if you do have the exponential and you want to throw that in, go ahead, but you got to make sure you got it right. Because if you put some bulls in there, they might take off a point. All right, so that would get you 2 points. And that would be great. That's full credit. All right, that's it. Let me stop this. Let's see. Bye.